All right, welcome aboard, boys and girls, for State of the Atmosphere. Merry Christmas! It's the Christmas special here on State of the Atmosphere. All right, welcome aboard for the Christmas special of State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. It's good to see you guys. Hope you're having a good holiday season. And of course, as usual, I've got a friend along, Matt from Small Time Republic, made it tonight. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
All right, good
Glad
deal,
to be here.
man. It's good to see you, dude. As usual, it's the holiday season, so people get busy. Knock may not make it tonight. I don't think he said he might be late getting here. And speaking of late getting here, Jed files in at the last second.
I always do it. Following.
Yeah, you got to show up.
I just woke up.
He has to show up fashionably late. You know,
I'm always fashionable. Well, not sometimes. Some nights I'm ready to go and go kick some ass. So that,
right? I got
Jed
you.
is early for next week's stream.
Yes, I am. I totally am. Hey, everybody in the YouTube audience, what's up?
That's good. It's good to see you, Jed.
Yeah.
But let's see who we got in the chat early tonight. We got Christian Delorme is in there. How you doing, man? Says bonjour, everybody. He said, Joe, show me your tip app. Show me your tip app.
He wants to tip
Oh, okay. Well, hang on a second, and I'll pull it up.
Are
you guys?
I'm glad he put that last word in there.
Right? Yeah. I'm glad he put that in there because that would, I might get kicked off of YouTube for that. That happened. That happened one time on Friday Night Tights, but it got a little haywire, didn't it?
Hey, I got taken down for 5 minutes because I said I wanted to put a tip in. Who was that chick, Joe? I know you're watching.
The
chick that was swimming around in the pool.
I don't remember, man.
Oh,
you talking about Selma Hayek?
Yes, Selma Hayek. I said I wanted to put the tip in Selma. You both were there. He was in chat. Matt, you were there.
Vinzinger says Merry Christmas, amigos. Yeah, hang on a second, Christian.
Brother.
I'll get it. Should pop up there. It says, well, actually, it hasn't said that it's running.
Let me get this.
The bot should be running, but I'll get it for you. Hang on one second. I have a thing for it, but anyway, are you guys ready for Christmas? Have you finished your shopping? Seeing as there's 3 guys, probably not, right?
Nope.
We notoriously go out on Christmas Eve and hustle and get it done.
No,
right?
sometimes I just find shit around the house and I give it to them. So.
Regifting? Are you the master of the regift, bro?
No, I'm just I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna give you some shit that I love at the house and shit. So.
What about you, Matt? What are you done or?
I still got a little bit more to go, and furthermore, I will say this: I'm suspicious of any man that can wrap a present.
Yes, because I can't rap worth shit, bro.
Right?
I can't rap worth shit. It becomes a bungled, fucked up mess and everything.
Okay, I got it for you here, Christian. I'll put it in the chat for you. This is the link if you guys want to tip me. Which it should be popping up. The bot should be working. I don't know.
Pop up, Joe. Is that right? It's gonna pop up.
Dude, relax.
I'm rowdy. I'm rowdy tonight.
Relax. It's Christmas, bro. Let's see. Tim's here. He says coming soon to Fathom Events, Blazing Saddles 50th anniversary, September 15th and 18th of 2024. Find out where all the white women are at. That's right. That's
you
right.
gotta do it probably. Where are the white women at?
I tell you what, I saw a lot of clips of that this week with who was it? Richard Mendenhall.
Yeah. Hey, Glenn.
His statement about what did you see that, Matt? Richard
Yes, I did.
Mendenhall.
Yes. I had not thought of the name Richard Mendenhall in about 10 or 12 years.
Me either. It's funny when you put the thing in the saying that he was trying to become his attempted relevancy. I had to actually Google who did the ad campaign that said "Never had it, never will," and it was 7-Up that did that, and they were talking about caffeine. Never had it, never will. That's Richard Mendenhall and relevancy. The only relevancy he has is coughing up the ball in the Super Bowl. And it was a white guy that blasted it free on him. It was
a member of
Clay Matthews. Wasn't it Clay Matthews that blew him up?
Of course, in fairness, there's about 17 Matthews.
Yes,
So,
no doubt.
yeah.
There's a bunch of them. I remember watching his dad play. Wasn't he an O lineman for the Oilers? I think he was.
Yeah.
His dad and his uncle were both O linemen at around the same time. Yep.
And David Glenn's in. He says,
up, David?
"Howdy, folks." Yeah, it's good to see. And Wade is here. Happy National Signing Day. Well, man, you get into it. You get into that football.
Yep.
Go, man. But anyway,
happy National Get Somebody Crap Day.
Tonight is for Christmas time, and we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies, specials, all that good stuff. And actually, near the end of the show, what we're going to do is we're going to do our Christmas list for Santa for next year. Okay. And hope we can get some good stuff from Santa. Okay.
Yeah.
But we want to start with, as usual, the pop culture update on what's going on in the world. Let me. The one thing I didn't grab was the box office stuff. Let me grab that real quick. Luckily, I can get to it.
Oh, well, Joe, you're not prepared. What's up, bro? You're turning into me.
Hey, man, I've got a lot of this stuff already here, but sometimes I miss something, and this is the thing I missed today. So let me grab that and get it up here.
Miles Morales is a knockoff piece of shit. Okay.
What are you? My God! All right. Well, read what David's saying before you go half cocked like that.
I know.
David Glenn, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Hey, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah,
that is absolutely right.
Miles Morales because he's a knockoff.
Let's see. Here it is over here. Let me get on
Gwen,
the right weekend.
Gwen Stacy is Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy is Gwen Stacy. She's not Gwen Poole.
Yep.
Or Spider Gwen or whatever
the hell they call her, right? Yeah. Spider Gwen. Yeah. Okay. So this weekend's box office looks like this, boys and girls. We had in it number one, no surprise, Wonka. Made almost 40 million domestically. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's bad. You know, I don't really know. I didn't need this movie. I'm not in a hurry to see it. I'll wait until.
Oh no, I'm not even in a hurry to see it either. So.
Hey Amber, good to see you. Good to see you, young lady. Let's see. Second was the Hunger Games. Hunger Games has staying power. It's staying at number 2 every week. Of course, it's only making 5 million every week, but it's staying. Nobody's going to the movie theater right now. I think they're saving it up for Christmas and the holiday week, because a lot of places. I know when I worked in manufacturing, we shut the plant down from Christmas Eve all the way till January 2nd.
Yeah.
Or the first working day after the 1st. You know what I mean? So there's a big area there where people are going to be going to the movies, stuff like that. So let's see. Yeah, I'm doing great, sir. Yeah, he's talking. Okay, these guys are talking amongst each other. But number 3 is The Boy and the Huron. And I don't know how that movie is. I know this guy's a great anime director, so I'm sure there's a lot of people.
I just heard it was like
mid.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's mid. Yeah.
Godzilla -1 keeps dragging in the dough, and from what I understand, I was watching earlier today. I was watching Gary's Nooner today, and Chris Gore was on there. That guy that Knock doesn't even know and doesn't care to know. They were saying that it's made more money in the United States than it has made in Japan.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to see this here. So, yeah. What is it, Matt?
I was just saying, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive. It's a Japanese movie, and it's making more money here
with a small budget.
Yeah, small budget. Like,
Yep.
at first they were saying, and by the way, to balance out the top five, it's Trolls band together, and that thing's making a bunch of bread. And here's another one that was day and date release on streaming. They could have stayed home, right?
Yeah.
And they went out to the tune of 88 million domestically so far to see Trolls band together.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Trolls, and I may have mentioned this before, just because of the fact that one time I had to watch it with some young relatives, and it's marketed towards little kids, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit too sarcastic, a little bit too sometimes actually inappropriate, in my opinion, for young kids to watch, even though that's who it's
Made
marketed
for,
to.
yeah,
Like a
marketed.
12-year-old, I have no problem
Mhm.
watching it, but I don't think a
Mhm.
6-year-old, should be
You
watching.
think it needs a PG-13?
I don't know that it's PG-13, but it's like I think you need to be 11 or 12 before you're watching it, and that's not who that's even marketed to.
No, it
It
looks
just
like it's marketed to itty
yeah,
bitty kids.
it just seems
Okay, let's
I don't know,
see.
not quite wholesome enough for that age group.
Right. Let's see what we got on my dashboard here.
He said
Oh my
he took
gosh!
you, Joe.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'll have to copy it and put it in the chat real quick. Hang on.
I'm trying to
which I-
get the stream the
which
my
I
channel.
don't mean to do it. Which I don't mind doing. Hang on. Let's
As
see.
long as I when I can.
All right,
figure
this is Christian gives me a $5 super chat. Thanks for the Christmas gift, buddy. He says, as soon as I can get it up here. Okay. He says, Rowdy Jed, what's the best part of a hooker dying on you? Second hour is free. You freaking freak. You freakazoid. Good Lord, man.
What's up? That was a good joke.
Oh, man.
So the number one rule is you don't want to be caught in bed with a dead girl or a live boy.
Right?
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Dude, one of the comedies that I show the clients a lot over at the house is it's a Robin Williams classic, man. It's called The Birdcage. It's got
Birdcage is fucking awesome.
it is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
And Gene Hackman's character is this far right, conservative Bible thumper kind of politician, and his what is it the I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was Moral Authority is the tail end of their joint venture. The guy that he's in with dies in bed with a teenage black hooker, and it's hilarious.
It's like
when he hears
what happened to him? He died in a
great.
teenage.
The organization I think you're thinking of is Moral Majority.
No.
Okay.
They called it something else in the show.
I got you.
It's something they came up with just for the show. Oh my God, it was so funny. It was so funny that if you haven't watched Birdcage in a while, people got a lot of time during the holidays. Revisit that one, man.
Yeah,
it is fantastic.
If you
It
not
really
watch
is.
Nightmare Before Christmas and Die Hard too. So.
Nathan Lane is just he's beyond in that movie, man. It's crazy.
Dude, both Robin and him played off one another in that movie.
Yeah.
They
But
just
thank
played
you,
off
there, Christian. I appreciate it, man. Vincent says, I'm telling you guys, we're going to need a new rating system. Yeah, well, a lot of people have been saying that they might need to have a 10 and up thing, for certain things. Especially when that movie Red came out this year. There was a lot of people blowing up about that one.
Yeah, there was.
But let's see. In the news today, boys and girls, let me find the one I'm looking for. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to start with today. This is today's news. We ended up with a merger meeting between Warner Brothers Distributing's David Zaslav and Paramount Global's Bob Bakish. They had a sit down to talk possible deal and preliminary type deal. Source to say they're talking about merging.
That's not good right there. That's terrible.
Well, I don't know if it's
Warner Brother and Paramount going together. They're one step closer from just everybody having everything.
Well,
I don't see how that would get regulatory approval.
I don't. That's too big of a They already own HBO and all this other shit. That's like, if they do, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be like how not the Bethesda, but the Warcraft what Microsoft is doing, and it took 2 years to get it approved.
To as Activision.
Yeah, the Activision, Blizzard, all that other bullshit. It took 2 years for that shit to get approved because they were fighting because it was too big of a merger. Because
yeah. Well, that's
huge right there.
Right. It's one step closer to a monopoly, is what
that
I think you're trying to
because
say.
Warner Brother already owns what? And then it'll be just Disney and Warner Brothers.
Well, HBO has always been Warner Brothers.
I know, but what I'm saying is, they're combining on a streaming service. At one point, we're just gonna have like Netflix and then one other streaming service that has all their shit on it. And then I noticed recently Netflix has been getting a lot better stuff, so that means they're not gonna put their shit on Netflix until nice hat, Joe.
Thank you very much. I'm dressing for the season. You know.
Yeah,
if you guys watch 70s Rock Fans channel this week, I had it on then. You know. But I mean,
that's not good.
They're looking at. I mean, Warner Brothers. I'm not surprised that Warner probably reached out to these guys. Is probably what happened because they're actually having to consider bankruptcy at this point.
Yeah, you know why? Because they screwed up Star Trek.
Well, it's not just that. There's several things, man.
Yeah, they screwed up Star Trek, and there was everything else.
No. Hold up. Warner Brothers did not screw up Star Trek. That's a Paramount deal. Yeah. Paramount's doing fine. They're all right. Matter of fact, if you look at all the streaming services, they've probably got the best properties out there.
So they've got
the entire Yellowstone library. They've got and the guy that does that, what is that guy's name? Taylor Sheridan?
Yeah.
They've got every show he's developed is on Paramount. They're under contract with that guy, and he's knocking everything out of the park. Everything he does turns to gold.
So I'm thinking maybe why don't they go one of Warner Brothers? Well, I know Paramount don't have the money, but why would they go begging to them if they're doing good?
Okay. Warner approached them, I'm sure, is what I said. I didn't say Paramount did.
Oh, I know, and that's what I'm saying. If they're
Warner probably approached them about doing a merger because they're trying to avoid bankruptcy, Jet. So. Warner is
basically I've seen other companies do this where they literally try to use acquisitions as a means of survival.
Oh yeah, and didn't Marvel try to do that?
Well, I mean, Disney, that's Bob Iger. He's been big into acquisitions for the past 15, 20 years.
Okay, guys, I got to shut you all up for a second because my man, who I'm going to meet down in New Orleans, and by the way, Matt, I'll let you know when you're going if you want to drive over and see us because you're not far from there. Christian is coming down to New Orleans, and he said he sent me a Christmas gift, and this is what he sent me. He sent me a $50 tip, and he said, I might be a drunken sub, Joe, but I am wishing you, your family, and everybody on this channel a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it greatly. You didn't have to do that. I will buy you. I will buy you a couple of beers when I see you in New Orleans, man. I'm meeting him down there in May. We actually had talked about getting together when I went and saw my mother in September up in Maine because he's pretty close to there. It would have been, I think, about 3 hours for the both of us to meet halfway. Yeah. And he was going to be busy. Turned out the dates I was going, he was going to be busy working. Yeah, he is a sweetie. Absolutely. Christian Delorme is a sweetie.
Well, and
no
I think
doubt about it.
I think he's French Canadian.
Yeah. New Orleans. Yeah. New Orleans is happening. But he's taking his lady down there in May, and that is the same month as our anniversary. So we're going to take our anniversary trip down there this year and go meet them and see what's happening with those two. You tell Mel I said Merry Christmas, buddy, and I appreciate it. Let me see. I don't think I have any videos. I don't have videos like the other guys do, but I will tell you this. I I know you're a dirty old man like me, so
And like me,
you'll enjoy this one right here. It's one of my favorite memes created by me. I love this meme right here, and I think you'll enjoy it, buddy. It's your mentality. I know you'll love it. Here you go. There you go. That's Ray at her most potent right there. There you go.
Yeah.
Just so.
I wouldn't do that to Ray. Ray can go fuck her. No, no.
When she says, all the Jedi are in me, or I'm all the Jedi, I don't think that's
it's scary, isn't it?
Basically,
scary, isn't it? It's
yeah, that's basically what she said.
All right, you tell her I said Merry Christmas back and give her a hug for me.
Hey, Christian, Merry Christmas, brother. Thank you for coming over to Joe's and mine and everybody else's that comes on the panel, man. We appreciate that.
Let's see. Go ahead.
That if Christian's going to come down to New Orleans in May, if he's never been there before, he'll enjoy it more in May than he would in like July or August.
Yes,
he's a trucker. He's probably been down there before, but I don't know if he's been around the French Quarter or not. I don't know if he's done that, but he's been down there. He says, "Love it," but I'm not going to finish that. You guys can read it.
Wait, let me do it because I have the foul mouth.
I don't want you to read it. Okay. But anyway, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. That is too kind of you. I appreciate it greatly.
See, I that's why you have me around, Joe. I'm
but I don't. When I say I don't want something read,
I was fucking with you.
Hey, coincidentally, I did want to mention that Warner and Paramount both have an ownership stake. Both have minority stakes, but they're both tied in with the CW.
Right.
That's true.
So there is some already a little bit of cross pollination there.
Yeah. It's funny you bring up the CW. I was watching a story earlier today, and I should have pulled it up for the show.
What was it about?
It was wrestling, actually. There's been an ongoing lawsuit since last year with Major League Wrestling and WWE. Major League Wrestling being a smaller promotion, accused them of, the same practices we've all heard they do, stealing talent, interfering in talent contract negotiations, using strong arm tactics with broadcast companies to try and stop getting television rights for certain promotions and stuff like that. They made a strong case. And last year, the main lawyer that has covered a lot of things for them, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was with them through the steroid thing, got him through that, got him through several other lawsuits. He had tried to get this dismissed several times and couldn't do it, and he retired because he was tired of fighting it. And they settled this week. WWE settled with MLW. That doesn't happen very often.
Well, the reason why they settled, because Vince ain't running shit no more.
Right. It's Endeavor settling with them. It's not
Endeavor.
McMahon. Yes,
and that's the reason why.
Absolutely. That's the entire thing.
Vince would have dragged this through the mud for years.
Yep. Yeah. But what I thought was interesting was negotiations with the CW to get their stuff on there, and McMahon successfully blocked it.
Well, that's interesting. You said that because the CW they're getting into some NASCAR. They've gotten into college football. They're trying to be more sports heavy.
Yeah, one of the longest running NFL shows inside the NFL, which was started, decades ago on HBO, is on CW every Tuesday night now. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
Yeah, I saw that for the first time the other day.
Yeah,
that it was on the CW. I think it had Ron Clark.
And I love that show. I think it's awesome.
But, Lynn Dawson is not walking through that door. Okay?
No, Lynn Dawson. Nick Bonacani is not walking through that door. He's not. That was the original host, by the way, if you didn't know that. A couple of my faves too. And Wookie B Bad says it keeps going and going. Yeah, she must be using energizers in that thing, huh, bro? Yeah, for sure. But anyway, we know what the big pop culture news was this week. It was Jonathan Majors being found guilty of assault in his tiff with his girlfriend. This headline from Hollywood Reporter says Jonathan Majors unlikely to get jail time, could appeal on use of texts. Lawyer says the introduction of texts in which Majors appears to be dissuading his girlfriend from going to the hospital is one appealed issue in an already unusual case. But the bottom line is this, boys and girls: Marvel Studios drops Jonathan Majors following guilty verdict for harassment and assault.
Oh my God! Color me shocked on this one.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, that they actually
Yeah.
dropped him? No, the second he was well, we know by watching Loki that they're already laying the groundwork for dropping him anyway. You
Yeah,
know,
you can tell.
and I would not be surprised if
He goes to
the
DC.
end of that final episode was changed when this came up. If you
They
understand, what I'm
already
saying.
said it was.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I'm not surprised. I mean, this seems like another toxic relationship like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but you know, some of the things. I mean, the most damning thing to me in it was the audio stuff that was released. Him saying I'm an important person and blah blah blah. You know, really touting himself.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, there's some self arrogance going on there. You know, I think it was mutual, but look, bottom line, boys and girls, if you're a man, you cannot put your hands on a woman. You're going to pay for it if you do it. You're going to do it. You're going to pay
Also,
for it.
don't stick your you know what in crazy because
Yeah, that's another thing, and we all like to do that because crazy is usually the best looking and all that good stuff.
Because I am extremely. I'll say this now. I'm extremely fucking guilty of that one. I stick it in crazy a lot, so I'm guilty.
Let's see. David Glenn says Majors should have slapped on some eye makeup. Worked for Ezra Miller.
Yep.
Oh God. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, they needed to reboot the MCU anyway, and
they did.
Pretty sure that's what we're going to get with Deadpool 3 next this year. The only Marvel movie.
Yeah, they said it was the only Marvel movie, and it's going to reboot and bring people in.
Yeah.
No Wookiee.
Yeah. So we're probably not going to see the Kang Dynasty Avengers movie. There's probably going to be something different going on.
Oh, it's going to be the Doom Dynasty.
That and John Boyega has said he is not interested in taking on the Kang role if it were ever offered.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
Because he would look kind of the same, but no.
You know, years later, John Boyega looks like one of the most based individuals on the planet, doesn't he? Doesn't he? In hindsight?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, first of all, what you do there, if you were to make him Kang, you have one of the characters at some point in the movie say, something's different about you. and he just, have Kang played off like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Right.
But with Kang, there are unlimited amount of variations.
Oh, come on. Yeah. We saw that in the final credits of one of the movies. I can't remember which one because, dude, they've all blurred one into another ever since Endgame for me. The only one that stands out to me is the Spider-Man movie, and that wasn't even a Disney thing. It was Sony, so.
It's like George Lazenby in the Bond movie where the girl, runs off away from him and he says, this never happened to the other guy.
Right.
I can't believe they actually put that line in the movie.
Well, they were clearly laughing at themselves. It was pretty cool. Wookie says it's going to be X-Men versus the Avengers. Well, hey, I don't see. I always liked it. Maybe, my brother says I'm too old school. I need to get with the times, but I liked it when the X-Men were outside the Marvel universe. They didn't interact with everybody else. You know what I mean? I liked that. That's one of the reasons why a lot of the Fox movies I enjoyed because they didn't get involved with what was going on in the MCU, and I liked that. I liked that a lot because in the comic books for a long time, I mean, Wookie, you tell me, I quit reading books in the 90s. Okay. And they weren't together then, I don't think. I mean, you never saw Captain America in an X-Men story or it was they had their own universes kind of. Let's see. David says just like Roseanne and the two Beckys. Yeah. Let's see. I can accept the MCU being rebooted as long as it doesn't go downwards and continues to take the direction that previous MCU was supposed to have. Yeah, let's hope not.
Well,
Let's see, the all-female X-Men according to leaks. Oh my God, no.
yeah, it will be it will be female centric.
So what you're telling me is, Deadpool's going to kill off all the male X-Men? That's how we're rebooting it.
Well, I mean, look at that scene in Doctor Strange 2, where what Scarlet Witch does. Now, she also did take out at least one female of I guess I could call them a variant, whatever whatever that universe was that they were in.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple of them. You had Captain Marvel and Captain Britain, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was not the 616, Earth or whatever.
But whatever they do, as long as they make it better. But if they're saying they're going to make an all-female X-Men, good Lord, man.
They're going to do like an all-female. What was it? They were going to do the all-female Avengers too.
Mm-hmm. Well, he said Secret Wars is the biggest, but there was some crossovers, but not many. That's what I'm saying. They pretty much stayed in their own universes. It's really been since the turn of the century, I think, is when.
Well, original Secret Wars was the biggest, not the.
Let me ask you this: if all your characters are females between the ages of like 17 and 26, is that really a diverse cast?
No.
Because they're all, like they're basically trying to have the junior Avengers, but it's junior female Avengers.
Yeah.
With the chick from Hawkeye.
In the comics, they're known as A-Force, and She-Hulk is the leader of them, basically. And whatever.
Well, I don't see how they can put She-Hulk as it existed on the series in a film.
Well, seeing as if I read correctly, they've canceled season 2 of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they do that. Yeah, that's sure.
I don't want to buy a ticket for that.
No, I don't either. Yeah. And really, I didn't buy a ticket for the Marvels. The Deadpool movie I'm going to go see because I like Ryan Reynolds. I will support him. Maybe not Marvel, but I'll support him. I like Ryan Reynolds. Have you seen the trailer for his new kids movie? He's developed.
That actually does look kind of.
It does look pretty good. If you guys want to see it, maybe when we get to the Christmas list, we'll show it. But it's called If, and it looks pretty sweet, man. It really does. It looks like something he'd have fun with. You know what I mean? His wisecracking style would probably go really good with it. Yeah, man, that's our pop culture update for what's going on this week. And so let's get to our favorite Christmas movies and specials and stuff. What do you want to start with? You want to start with movies or specials? What do you want to do? You tell me.
I'm good with whatever.
I'm good. I'm good with
that. One quick thing I want to mention before we moved over to that is,
sure.
I was thinking about different movies, and I've seen ads for this very strange movie that's gotten a bunch of nominations called, well, you may have brought it up before, called Poor Things with Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarre. It's like one of these just bizarre Oscar bait movies. And I don't know. I don't get it.
You don't.
Well, okay, Joe. Why don't we?
I don't get it.
We will look at it real quick.
Why don't we start TV shows and then movies because we got a lot of time. So
TV sure, man. But I want to look at what he's talking about here.
Poor Things. That is true.
Yeah, and it came out December 8th. I just don't understand. I understand that a lot of times the Oscars, they like to pick.
I remember this. Hey, Knock, what's going on? Good to see you. I thought you weren't going to make it, buddy.
Yeah, no, I just I got out of the gym a little while ago and I grabbed something to eat. I'm on my way home now. I'll be home by like 15 minutes.
Okay, well, don't get in a wreck or anything, man.
No.
Good to
I'm
see
just
you.
listening.
Good to see you. Okay, I remember seeing something on this. This is the one about. Hang on, I'm going to read the synopsis, boys and girls. The incredible tale about the fantastical evolution of Bella Baxter, a young woman brought back to life by the brilliant and unorthodox scientist, Dr. Goodwin Baxter. But what they're not telling you is she finds out what sex is and loses her mind and turns into an nymphomaniac or some shit like that, isn't it?
God bless this woman.
Hang on. What were you going to say, Matt? Have I got that right?
That's how I understand it. I haven't looked into it too much. I just remember mainly seeing the ads going, what in the heck is this?
Yeah, we need more nymphos out there.
I don't know. It's like everybody tries to channel, Wes Anderson or they think if they make things that are offbeat, that somehow makes them good by default. But
well, let's take a look at the trailer real quick. We can do that. Hang on. Let me set it up real quick. I'll have to stop sharing and reshare. But am I right about that synopsis though?
I do remember something about her character like dancing for the first time.
Yeah.
I do remember hearing that as part of the promotion for it, but which might explain why she's so awkward looking in that scene. But anyway, I would like for Hollywood. How about just make a good movie?
Yeah, that would be nice. That would
Let's not be weird. Let's not spend $400 million. Let's just make a good movie.
Right. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and share this real quick. And I'll have to turn my sound on. Sorry, guys. I'm set up for video today. It's just we were doing something else, and I wasn't planning on doing a video this soon. Okay. Here we go. Let's share that. And let's take a look at the trailer for Poor Things.
Do you want to see what the world is really like?
Yes. My name is Emma Stone. I'm playing Bella Baxter in the film Poor Things.
Oh, wait. That when it starts telling you that it's a festival winner, that's when you should be trepidatious right there.
Okay. So Emma Stone playing a nymphomaniac, isn't that typecasting? Right there.
Here we go.
Just saying.
Just saying. Here we go.
This is Bella. She's an experiment.
She's understanding what it is to be a member of society. Good evening.
This looks like a Tim Burton movie.
I may see this.
Are you talking about the aesthetic of it, Matt?
Yeah, the aesthetic of it.
It does.
It's just strange, but yeah, I see some Tim Burton in there a little bit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
The more autonomous she becomes, the more challenged these men seem to be by it. It's a very, very funny film. Why do people not just...
Whoa. Ruffalo.
Okay.
Wait. She looks like
Ruffalo?
That's Mark Ruffalo. She looks like a converted unibrow there, man. What did they do with her eyebrows, dude?
They fucked her up.
They're trying to channel that artist that Selma Hayek played.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yes, they're also trying to ugly her up. Yeah,
which is bizarre. You can't ugly her up. She's beautiful. What the hell, man? Okay, here we go.
Do this all the time.
Why don't people do this all the time?
We must experience everything, Bella. This makes us whole.
Bella! Oh boy!
Oh, he got a taste of
everybody's gonna fall in love with Bella.
Yeah, that was. I think he was channeling Marlon Brando there.
Yeah.
That's the stage.
Because it felt like acceptance of what it is to be a woman, to be free, to be scared and brave.
Bella.
Why?
Hey Joe.
What?
Hey Joe.
Hell? Yeah.
That's the secret, Cap. I'm always horny.
I'm always horny. That's it. That's the secret. I'm always horny.
Wait. That'd be me.
I don't know if you can see this, Knock, but he looks like Snidely Whiplash with that damn mustache of his.
He does.
It's crazy looking.
Keep it in my mouth if it is revolting.
Why should I keep it in my mouth?
I must go punch that baby.
I must go punch that baby?
My name is
What
Emma
in the hell? That's crazy, man.
And
so basically, she's impulsive,
right.
and she acts on her impulses.
Well, did you see what Paul said down there?
Yeah, I haven't looked at the chat yet, man. I've been busy monitoring the video, but oh my God, Wookie says I hate Emma Stone. I don't hate her. I love Easy A. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but it's funny. Let's see. Tim Burton movie with Wes Anderson colors. Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was thinking.
Yeah.
The visuals look like Tim Burton, but it was much more colorful. Looks like she's on the Titanic there for a minute, man. I don't know what's up there. Let's see. Emma Stone, don't look good no more. Okay. All right. And more strong, independent sexual women and simping men. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like she's going to get everybody wrapped around her little finger. Pretty much. Yikes. Okay. This is the Oscar bait they have this year?
That's what I'm
that's
okay.
Oscar, like,
all right.
What the fuck?
Just in time for the Christmas season. Little poor things. Whatever.
Hey, don't be surprised if Barbie gets Best Picture.
I would not be shocked at all if that happens.
Dude, Barbie and Oppenheimer.
But that's for next week, boys and girls.
Yeah,
that's
they're
for
gonna
next
suck
week's show. Next week's show is going to be, hang on a second. I've already got a thumbnail for it. It's going to be the 2024 prediction show. What's up? We're going to talk about parties, top tens, and
You
resolutions.
did a good job on that, Joe.
And predictions. I like the way I do things, man. You know, I enjoy making my thumbnails.
Your thumbnails are high quality, Jeff.
Yeah,
I try. And you know what's funny? I do them on my phone, guys. I do them on my phone. I don't do them with a computer. I hardly do anything with a computer. I think it was this morning. I was doing a show with John on Pop Culture Minefield. He was playing Uncharted. And somebody sent me a link through Instagram, right? For a video he wanted to share with me. And I couldn't pull it up on the computer for shit. I don't interact with Instagram worth a damn on a computer. So I finally had to go to my phone and send it to
what
program wanted to get the link out for
use?
everybody to see it. And I finally grabbed my phone and I sent it to them through WhatsApp, you know, so they could put it up. Because I'm not a wrench on their channel. I can't put links up, you know.
Okay, here's how much of a boomer I am. I don't have an Instagram account, so if I go to Instagram, you know, it only let you if you're not logged in, you only click on like a couple of pictures.
Right.
I will just I have a touch screen on my laptop, so I will just enlarge the picture if it's one I can't click on if I want to be able to view them without logging in. So
okay,
that's something I could.
Yeah, I don't have Instagram either.
Yeah. Well, I got on it because my daughter left Facebook and she got on Instagram, and I like to be able to, you know, I like to see what she's doing. So, you know, I had to get on Instagram, but yeah, it's a pain in the ass to navigate on there. But the one thing I do love, and you guys know if you watch the football show, NFL memes is on there, and it's great. It cracks me up. NFL memes is one of the funniest things I've watched all year. It's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to get into some of our favorites when it comes to movies and specials that have to do with Christmas. I've only got a few. You guys can tell me what you like, and I'll bring them up. We can watch trailers or whatever. But and let me get Jed back in here. He had a little hiccup. But the first one, if you want to start with television specials,
because
I'm going to start with I've actually got 3 television specials in my top 5 things I love about Christmas. So the first one is from 1970, I believe. It's called Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I love that
favorite. It's one of my favorite claymation shows. Hang on, let me get this up here, and we'll share it. I think I'm just going to stay on this screen so we can share sound if we want to. I know it's kind of wonky being sideways, but that's me trying to get around the video algorithms.
This is one of my favorites.
But yeah, this one, if you don't know which one this one is, guys, it's the young Santa Claus just getting started and Mrs. Claus. And I believe this is the one with the heat miser and Mr. Cold or whatever he's called. I can't remember his name. But
heat miser.
Yeah, that shit is awesome. It really
I love
is,
the songs.
Dude. Yeah, I might have to pull that up here in a second and play it. But these claymation ones are the best. They haven't done anything as good as these.
Yep.
And they keep trying to do. The only ones that come close are the Charlie Brown specials.
Yes,
you know, that's the only ones that really.
I
come
would
close.
say all the Bass animation,
Mm-hmm.
the Franklin Bass and the Charlie Brown ones are the 2 top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier ones for Christmas.
Those old school claymation, stop motion, whatever you want to call it, that those have stood the test of time.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
have.
have. Yeah.
I was I was coming. One of the other ones on my list, and it might get mentioned here in a minute. I'm not going to say what it is, but it was on Saturday night when I was unloading the cars after our show. We had a shop till you drop show. I was peddling my portraits and promoting my comic book and everything. And I had to unload both cars. My wife was ready to sit down, and I've gotten to where I had a bunch of posters that got water damage from being in the trunk. We left stuff in the car too long, right? So I don't let it happen anymore. Even if she doesn't want to do it, I bring the shit in. You know what I mean? I get it out of the car back into shelter. And she put that on. We were looking for the game, right? And she actually stopped on that one. I think it was on ABC, and I was like, "Whoa, stop! Drop the remote," just because it has just started. And I was like, "Just let it play. That's perfect for while I'm carrying all this shit through the living room. I'll catch it." And it's a lot of fun, and I'll tell you which one it is here in a minute. But one of you guys, let's see, Matt, what do you like when it comes to Christmas specials?
I mean, I like the claymation stuff probably as much as anything else, especially I guess the Rudolph one.
I was just about
that's the one that came on Saturday night.
Yeah, that was going to be
it.
my next.
Yep.
I was going to say that if Matt didn't. So.
That's what I was saying. A lot of these, a lot of people love, man. Yeah.
One thing that a lot of women get into this time of year, and I think they played at least once a year on CBS or ABC, is The Sound of Music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't consider that Christmas though, dude.
I don't either, but they
do play it. They play it a lot during Christmas time, man.
Yep.
It's kind of like it's kind of like the Ten Commandments at Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about Passover. It's not about Easter.
I know. And I was like, why do they have
celebrate Easter? Yeah.
Right? We don't really need to do that, do we? Yes, this Easter on ABC, the edited version of The Passion of the Christ. Yes. No.
Well, and going back to what you talked about, one of the comments at the beginning of the stream, Blazing Saddles, owned by Warner Brothers.
Yes.
So.
Oh, that's going to be. They're going to rip it apart.
I'm hoping it's
no. Warner Brothers gets their hands on this, but they're just gonna gut it.
Also, a movie from the early '70s that has stood the test of time. Like these.
Yes, it has.
Yep.
Yes, it has.
Hey, fellas, I'm going to switch over, but I would say real quick, my favorite claymation during Christmas is Celebrity Deathmatch. So I'll be right back.
There you go. Celebrity Deathmatch. Yes.
They did do a Christmas Celebrity Deathmatch. So
Yep.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did one time. They did. They did a New Year's special and they did a Christmas and Halloween special.
But the Rudolph one, man. Good God, fellas.
So I
said, I unloaded the car the other night and watched it while I was carrying all this stuff. And I forgot how great this fucking show is, man. I mean, from Yukon Cornelius to the Charlie in the Box on the Island of Misfit Toys and the King of the Island of Misfit Toys and everything.
Think about all the work that's put in on the claymation ones.
Yeah. Because they have to take individual photographs of everything. That's how they're doing that. It's nuts, man. All the work they have to put into it.
I have mine now, Joe, which you guys didn't mention yet.
What's that?
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's an animated one. Now,
I know, but it's still Christmas.
I know it is. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything. Take it easy, Jed. It's okay. I do like that one. Yeah. I like that one a lot. I was just saying it's not a claymation.
Oh, I know.
It's an animated one.
I love both of them. So.
Let's see, Frosty. That's no man. Let's see what year did they make?
And that had Shelley Winters in the sequel.
That one's 1969. By the way, Rudolph may be the oldest one. It was made a year before I was born in 1964.
And it's still it's 2023 and we're still
and it's still great. It's still awesome.
They're all like Frosty, all that are still good.
They also had Baby New Year. There was one with the Indomitable Snowman. I forget what it was called.
The Abominable Snowman. Wait, are you sure you're not talking about Rudolph? Because that's got the Bumble.
That was in Rudolph.
Okay, I may be combining things. I don't know.
That was in Rudolph.
Yeah. Rudolph's got the Bumble in it. Rudolph is my favorite
Yeah, I would
one.
say either
Really
Santa
is.
Claus comes to town or Rudolph are my two. That would be the top two for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Frosty's good though.
Yeah.
And what I dig about Rudolph, and I was telling Rhonda about this the other day. You know, in all these days of the Mary Sues, Rudolph actually goes through the hero's journey, man.
He does.
It's awesome. It
Yeah.
really is. I was watching it the other night, and I was like, "Damn, man!" I mean, he had a team of guys behind him, but he was the guy out front, man. You know, he got fucked up by the Bumble. The Bumble got him, man. Took him
He
down.
turned what many saw as a weakness into a strength.
That's right. Absolutely. There you go. Knock you back in, man. But yeah, Frosty the Snowman's a good one too, man. That it's a cartoon. I tend to, yeah. He fucked that dude up. That's funny as hell, man. Damn. Yeah, it's a good show.
And in the sequel, where about he gets Mrs. Frosty, Shelley Winters is the voice of Mrs. Frosty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was the sequel. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's. I mean, they've got a lot of good animated stuff.
Yeah.
I was seeing in there. I forgot about the Little Drummer Boy. That's another one of the. If you're more into the biblical story,
yeah,
that's the one about the night Jesus is born, right? And that what it is? I think that's what it's about.
I think, yeah, or I don't know if it's been forever since I've seen it. It's either directly or indirectly about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think you see the three wise men in it and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's got all the nativity stuff in it. But yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, which that's true. If you look at the nativity sets, there is a drummer in those. Yeah.
Let's see. I got to search this thing that now that Knox here though. I got to search this Christmas celebrity death match. Hang on.
Honestly, I didn't know there was a Christmas special. I just said
you were
I just said it for the claymation.
Yeah, and they only did it.
I've probably
one
seen
time.
it. I just don't remember anything specifically.
They did it
about
one
that.
time, and I remember it on MTV. So I was like, "Oh wow!"
Well, all I know is if you were a prominent pop culture figure in the late '90s, you were on Celebrity Deathmatch at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know that they have a.
I've never seen it on TV since that one time.
I don't see a Christmas special version of it, but they do have Celebrity Deathmatch listed, but there's not much to it. It's probably
I'm
more
sure
of a
they had
YouTube
Santa
thing, though.
in it at some
Yeah,
point.
they probably did it because I know some of the celebrity death matches they combined them together and did like Santa and other people.
What are those
in it.
on YouTube? Is that where you find those?
No, it was on MTV back in the day.
Yeah, that was MTV.
Yeah, it was
Is it MTV?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a long time ago. That was like 20 years,
Oh,
20,
that's
20
old.
25 years ago.
Oh, let's see. Yeah.
You also had the one of the original South Parks. I don't know if it was the pilot or the second one, but you had Santa versus Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And it
Really?
looked they did.
Are we talking epic rap battles or Celebrity Deathmatch?
That was the original South Park.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it was made
back
with
when
just
they were having it.
paper.
It was basically stop motion with paper. That's how they did the pilot episode. Yep.
Wow. There was a credit for a Celebrity Deathmatch in 2017 too. That's pretty weird.
I think they may have brought it back.
It looks that way because this one's from 3 years ago with 1 million views. Mariah Carey versus Jim Carrey, The Rock versus Dwayne Johnson, Chris Rock versus Dwayne Johnson. Oh my God, this is crazy. Hang on a second, let me throw it up there, man.
I know on the original run it had Miles Lane was the referee.
Mm-hmm.
So and he died years ago. So if Miles Lane is voicing it, it may be one of the old ones.
Oh yeah, okay. They have this one's 5 years ago. This one here is that's a list of them. Busta Rhymes versus William Shakespeare. What the hell? Oh, that's crazy. I haven't watched.
It's probably
not Beavis versus Butthead. No, you can't do that. No.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They
a
did
lot of those
ton
may have been posted 5 years ago, but they're actually late 90s.
Way
Yeah,
old.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, those were kind of neat. They were. Neat.
What was it? There was the one where Santa Claus came in and like killed he brought reindeer or sleigh and smashed somebody or some shit.
They were entertaining in the same way that the Garbage Pail Kids was entertaining.
Let's see if they got a Santa Claus one. Hang on.
I remember he was in it at one point and he did something. I think it was Santa versus the
we got
Grouch or
Larry
something.
King versus Geraldo Rivera. Hang on, let me see what. I'll show you what I'm getting in here. Nev Campbell versus Sarah Michelle Gellar. Excuse me. Oh my God,
Yeah.
these are crazy. This is crazy shit. That's crazy, man.
Nessie, did you see the
Nessie
one?
versus who? What it said Nessie wins, but who's Nessie fighting? That must be Bigfoot. That's got to be Bigfoot. Yeah, it's Bigfoot. Loch Ness Monster versus Bigfoot. That's crazy, man. Celebrity death match, man. I forgot all about those things. Yikes. That's from a long time ago. But let's see. Have you watched any of the Christmas movies? Knock?
From
Knockster?
For what do you mean from what last
I
week?
mean, we had pointed out a couple of Christmas movies during the knock list weeks ago. But did you watch Scrooged by any chance?
I haven't watched any Christmas movies. You guys
Okay,
killed my spirit by waiting.
You are
Oh,
such
whatever.
a negative Nancy, dude. Good
He
Lord.
turned into a grouch right
I
there.
swear to God.
I'm sorry we didn't discuss it in September. Not
Right? Damn.
At
How
least
much
I would have been
time do you
prepared.
need?
Let's wait till the last week of Christmas to discuss Christmas.
We're going to
movies.
turn you into the Grinch, man. That's what we're
He
going
already is the Grinch.
He's the Grinch.
You
Speaking
guys
of the
want to discuss
Grinch,
Halloween movies now?
no, not right now. No, we're well
Too
past
late
that.
now. Huh?
we could talk about Nightmare Before Christmas and just make everybody happy.
Make everybody happy.
Yeah.
You'd make my daughter happy. That's for sure. What was I just wanting to look at? I'm having a boomer moment here.
Just Halloween.
Scrooge?
Just Halloween.
No. That's one I've got already queued up. There was
Home Alone.
another one. No.
Land Before
Oh
Time?
God, no! I don't want to talk about Home Alone. Look, have you guys seen Dogma? Have you seen Dogma?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Dude, Selma Hayek, when she says, "Yeah, I'm responsible for 19 of the top 20, grossing films of all time," said, except for Home Alone, the one about no, she didn't say Home Alone. She said the one about the kid and the break in and all the booby traps. She said, "No, somebody made a deal with the devil to get the numbers up on that piece of shit." I thought that line was so great in that
Well,
movie, man.
now I enjoyed it, but I was about Macaulay Culkin's age when I saw it. When
Right.
he was
Yeah.
in
Same
it,
here.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Richie
That
Rich
was 90s, so I
Richie
was
Rich was one of my favorite movies. back
Richie
then.
Rich, really?
Wow. That
Dude, he had a
tells you
roller
something
coaster in
right
his backyard. Like, what kid wouldn't want that?
there.
He had a Burger King in the playroom. Like, dude, it was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this guy's rich.
He basically had Michael Jackson's backyard. Yeah, that's what he had. Yep. Mike had a zoo back there and all kinds of shit.
And he just wanted to play baseball with the kids. That's
He
all
just
wanted
wanted
to
to, he just wanted to hang with the kids, man. But anyway, another TV special. Now, I don't know. You guys may not be old enough to know this one, but I'm going to suggest it anyway. I think you could. It says here you can rent or buy it on Amazon, but what can you not rent or buy on Amazon? But this one, I've always dug this one. It's called The Homecoming: A Christmas Story, and the reason why this is this one is so famous is because it is the story that started the Waltons television show. The special was first, and it takes place on Christmas Eve in 1933. The Waltons prepare for the holiday, but they are becoming increasingly worried because John Walton, who was forced to take work in another part of the state, has not yet returned home. And I remember this one from when I was a kid, and in the poster you can see John Boy's right there. His dad's in there and everything. But if you never saw the Waltons, there was two icky sweet television shows when I was growing up, and the Waltons was one, and the other one was Little House on the Prairie. And Rhonda is a big fan of Little House on the Prairie. She loved that one. What was the guy's name? That Michael something.
Michael Landon.
Michael Landon. He did that. Well, he started on Bonanza, right? Wasn't he one of the young sons on Bonanza?
Yeah, between
he was.
Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie,
And then Highway to Heaven,
Highway
right?
to Heaven.
Yeah.
There was like 30 straight years where he was on one of the top rated
television shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Michael Landon knocked shit out of the park, man. And he was the nicest guy in the world too. But this one here, I was not a big fan of the Waltons television show, but everybody knew, every show ended with them saying goodnight to everybody, each other. And there was always
John
somebody
Boy.
said goodnight, John Boy,
Good night, Mary Sue.
but this is the special that started it. And the reason why it's so, I remember it so much is my mother is from a part of the country where traveling in that kind of weather at Christmas time can be a problem, and you could see why you'd be worried about your loved one trying to get to you. You know what I mean? And it's really a great show. You guys, I highly recommend it. You should check it out. But this came out first, and then they developed a television show out of it called The Waltons because it was so popular. And it came out in 1971. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I didn't know if you guys knew that was the birth of the Waltons was a Christmas special. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, absolutely. You should check that one out. It's really good. And he's the same guy. He's the guy that has, he. If you guys don't know what the Waltons is, it's circa 1933. They're all hardworking people, but they've all got dreams of doing something else. Like John Boy wants to be a writer, right? And he's always got that. I think it was Red Wing tabs that he always had to have. The yellow writing paper. I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely a different notepad he had to have. And he dreamed of being a writer, but he's always working, to get the family food on the table. You know what I mean? It was a good show.
I think The Waltons is a good show. I got to be honest though, when I was a kid
and
reruns of it would come on, I would think, "What is this corny stuff?" And
I thought the same thing, but I always remembered that because I have sat there and watched my mom pace in the kitchen on a Christmas, waiting for a relative to get in. You know what I mean?
Well,
I've seen that when we lived up north a couple of times.
When you tell that story, there's a song by the band Alabama. They were big in the 80s called 18 Wheeler.
Yep.
And it's actually a good country song.
Yeah.
About a mother and child that were worried about the father who was a truck driver.
Right.
And he was doing a quote unquote Midwest run in a snowstorm. So good song.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You should check that out. Okay, who else has got something? I know Knock has got to. There's one special I haven't heard you guys bring up yet, but if there's any show that'll bring it up, I know it's coming. But you guys tell me, Knock, tell me a Christmas special you dig.
TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the Star Wars holiday special.
That's what I was wondering when somebody was going to mention it.
I was not going to mention that fucking condemned piece of work. Okay.
I mean, honestly, I've never seen it.
So
I've never seen it. Yeah,
no.
I like how the sphere of YouTube we're in. We're like everything old is great except
the Star Wars Christmas special. Everybody acts like that's the third rail. Like,
we don't talk about that shit.
We don't talk about the Christmas.
No, just like Highlander 2, that shit doesn't exist.
Right? It never happened.
Never happened.
Now, what's the joke? What's the joke about Chewie friggin' getting into Wookiee porn on this?
So this is like revolutionary. In 1978, he was into VR pornography. Okay, 1978.
Yep.
That's cutting edge.
Man. That's too funny, dude.
Yep.
Oh man. My God. But it was the stars of Star Wars. It was all the people that were in the movie. They did a Christmas special. It was crazy.
But what he was wearing looked like one of those VR headsets that they have now.
Yeah. With his eyes covered and everything?
And it was a scantily clad woman singing in a seductive manner. And he was really enjoying it. Yeah.
Harrison really looks like he wants to be there, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think
Something tells me that's not Peter Mayhew.
I think the way that they cast a lot of this was, okay, who's on the CBS lot today?
Right.
Okay, you're in this scene.
Yeah, you're in. You put the robot suit on, okay?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you do this right over here. I'll do that. You do this.
Oh my God, man!
They had the guy from the Carol Burnett show play two different characters.
Really?
Harvey something. Anyway, he played two different. I think it was Harvey Korman. He played two different characters.
Oh my God!
It was like whoever they could get. You know, you're walking by the stage at 12 o'clock. You're putting me in what? A Star Wars show? Okay.
Okay, sure.
Why you have any lines? Yeah, you have 20 minutes to learn them. Here we go.
Right. Well, I know. Let's see if I can find it on IMDb. It should be here.
And you'll hear people say, "Oh, I don't like anything
There
about
it
that
is.
special other than the B. Arthur music part." Well, if you're liking a scene that involves B. Arthur and singing, then the bar is pretty low.
Yes, it is.
'Cause
Big time.
she's pretty witty, but yeah, not.
But singing, no,
Yeah.
that's not her strong suit. No doubt about it. I also am shocked that none of you have mentioned this one because it was pretty much universally dug when it.
You
first
know
came
what? I
out
was
last
literally
year.
about to say it. I was,
Yeah?
and I didn't know if
I
it
watched
was,
it one time. So.
I thought it
Dude,
was good. Kevin
It
Bacon.
was good. It
Kevin
was good.
Bacon. Like that's,
Yeah,
that's all.
I thought it was really good.
That's all I needed.
And I figured Knock would dig this one. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I saw it when it came out.
Isn't this the one where they established the fact that Mantis and Star Lord are brother and sister? Right? They're
Yep.
both children of
Ego.
what's his name? Ego? Yeah, the planet. Yeah.
Which I would have liked. The only thing I would between the special and all three movies, the only thing I would change is I would have made Kurt Russell. I think in the comics, his Peter Quill's dad was like a Spartaxi. I think was the plant was the like Spartax. I think was maybe the planet. And
Yeah.
it was an actual man. It wasn't a planet. That was his father.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have changed that up a little
Kevin
bit.
Bacon. I forgot he was in this, man.
But no, it was good. Kevin Bacon's
Bro,
in it
it's
quite a bit.
fucked up, isn't it, bro? Yeah.
That was also where I think that was the first one that Cosmo was in. I don't think Cosmo.
And it was
in the
funny
first-
because at the end of the third of the last Guardians, they had it in a newspaper. You know, Kevin Bacon tells all. In the
Right,
newspaper.
right,
It was
yeah. They did do some callbacks to that holiday special. Yes, they did. In Guardians 3, yeah, they did. It was pretty cool, man. I thought it was neat. But any other holiday specials you guys want to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
No. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll move on to movies.
Yeah, we got an hour for movies. So
Yeah, we got tons of time for movies, and look, we got a Christmas list to do too. So don't worry, we got plenty of stuff.
We got plenty of stuff
We
to
got
do, guys.
plenty of stuff to talk.
Everybody that's in the chat right now, so yeah, don't worry. They're like, oh my god, they're gonna run out of shit on the Christmas.
No. I never run out of stuff.
Yeah.
I never run out of stuff. But I'm gonna start with Knox since he just got here. Of the Christmas movies you have seen, what are some of your favorites? You don't have to give us a number or anything like that. Just give us one of your favorites, and we'll talk about it.
Well, I always got to put in, Jim Carrey's The Grinch. I mean, as much as I like the animated, it was Jim Carrey.
Yeah, you did the movie with him.
It enhanced it for me. So it was so good. One thing that's always reason why I like The Office and Whose Lines It Anyways kind of shows improvising.
Yeah.
And The Grinch, Jim Carrey is the master of it.
Yes.
And that one scene that I always think about is the one where he pulls the tablecloth out from underneath the stuff on the table.
He's like,
right.
And in the script, it's supposed to all come off.
Right.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
So when it didn't, he went back and knocked it all off, and it was such a Grinch thing to do that they kept it in the movie. It's stuff like that's always that's why I love actors that they get into their role and then they just do things like that. They just make things up and it makes it so much better.
They go all out, man. Yeah, that's that. Look, even in bad movies, sometimes you'll see. And I'm not saying this is a bad movie. It's pretty loyal to the source material. But if somebody is all in with it, like, dude, Tom Cruise's performance in Tropic Thunder is, you can never forget that. And it was so shocking to me because I didn't even know that was Tom Cruise until the end of the movie. You know what I mean? Until I read the credits to find out who that dude was. I didn't recognize him with the makeup job they did.
Well,
but and not to say Tropic Thunder is a bad movie, but I'm saying when an actor goes all in and just gives it his all, it just shines through. And you're right. The Jim Carrey was awesome as the Grinch.
and even though the prosthetics are heavy there, Jim Carrey, the way he can emote still comes
yes,
through.
it still comes through. Yes, it does. Because the guy, I always called him the human cartoon. Because he can just throw his body in such weird, contorted shapes and sizes. It's not even funny. It's ridiculous. I love it when he throws his whole arm over his head, and has it on the other side of his body and shit.
So
like,
last
damn.
week, I go to the drugstore to get something, and there's a guy dressed up like Grinch with a, he got the Grinch costume with the Santa gear on. Today, at my job, a guy walks by where I'm sitting, same get up. So in the past week, at non parades, non celebrations, I've seen two different Grinches.
Yeah, I'm watching the Seahawks Eagles game. I saw about 3 Grinches in the stands. I mean, that lime green, that's a popular one for those
Joe,
guys.
there's that the guy's channel that I've told you about in the past, Matt Wilkins.
Yes.
He broadcast the Redneck Christmas Parade this year that was in West Monroe.
No.
He live streamed it.
Oh no.
He goes to it
I'm
every
gonna
year.
have to go watch that. Is it still up on his channel?
If it's up, it's probably under like the live button.
Okay.
But anyway, in the past he's done it as like a pre-recorded video. This year he's got 4 little kids. He didn't really have time to go edit it, so he just live streamed it.
Yeah.
There was like 10 different Grinches in that it's called the Redneck Christmas Parade. CNN wrote an article about it this year. And it's in West Monroe, Louisiana. But anyway, CNN tried to make it political somehow. I don't know how, but I mean, you've got that parade has monster trucks. It's got all kinds of things.
Oh yeah, I'm fixing to pull it up now. And what's the guy's channel?
Matt Wilkins.
Matt Wilkins.
And there may have been other people that have recorded it, but
dude, I just want to look specifically for his to plug him.
And it would have been sometime in December, but
I'm looking,
and I'll look as well.
Let's see, where is he? I'm gonna have to search for his channel first. Is what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of videos up for that Redneck Christmas Parade, no doubt.
But yeah, if anybody hasn't seen any videos of it, it's definitely worth.
Is his icon the one with the Star Wars in the background?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
and
there is. Yeah, it looks like it's, if you go in the live section, it's from 2 weeks ago.
Okay, got it.
But
yeah,
Redneck Sea Mass Parade. He put it down as. Looks like he did it on his phone though.
Yeah, he had to do it on his phone.
An hour. Yeah, it's an hour long. Okay, I'm gonna get the. Hang on a second. I'll put it in the background real quick while we're talking about it. But I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can go check it out yourselves. But yeah, that's it. That guy's a maniac, obviously.
Oh, he is.
Yelling.
He's
But yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a lot of 4x4s and stuff like that. I'm sure. I can imagine what this parade's going to be like.
And that same day, the city I live in was supposed to have a Christmas parade, and they canceled it due to some drizzling rain. I'm like,
right?
Come
on, man.
No,
we've had Mardi Gras parades and that stuff before. Yeah, hell with that. You can't.
Yeah, I remember my buddy tried to get me to go down to Mardi Gras one year, Joe, and they were going to have a small hurricane, and people still went out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't stop them, and then it just turned into a drizzle, and people were still out there.
His stuff is failing him here a little bit here. Yeah, a lot of a lot of trailers going on here.
But it literally was an hour of that. Like it was like constant cars going
trailer
by
after
for an
trailer
hour.
after
Yeah.
trailer being
Yeah.
pulled by a truck, right? Yeah. Sounds about right. I mean, it's like less than a homecoming parade for a football team, right? Oh man, that I'm sure that's fun though. West Monroe, good lord, yeah. We up here in the northern part of the state, we call that Fun Row when I was growing up, because of the college scene there. Yeah,
Yep.
it's pretty fun stuff, man. Absolutely, that's cool, man. That's cool. Um, what? Let's see, Jed, you haven't chimed in a while. What's a Christmas movie that you dig, man?
Oh, let me see. There's so many of them. I
In
like
30 seconds or less.
In 30 seconds or less.
Yeah,
Just pick one. What's the first one that comes to your mind?
well,
He's panicking right now.
Vapor Lock.
Dude, I have too much information up in my fucking head. Like, I'm
You
just
know,
going with.
you could always just say a Christmas Carol, and that's like 10 different movies.
That's like 10 different movies.
Yeah. Oh no, Scrooge.
Scrooge? Okay.
That's
I was going
covered.
to bring it up last, but you go ahead and bring it up now. I got it right here, dude.
Well, I thought you were going to bring up the other one we talk about last. So
No. This is my number one on my list right here, bro. This is the one right here. Bobcat Goldthwait, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong, dude? 10 stars for
How
Scrooge.
how would you rate it?
I rated it 10, bro.
This is
Go
one of my
away.
favorites. Rick, just put it fucking.
Look, it's Lee Majors, man. Lee
Dude,
Majors.
there's everybody
With a
in this
minigun.
movie. Yeah, it's.
Oh my god, too awesome. Yes. Guys, Richard Donner. Do I need to say any more?
Yeah, dude.
The guy that did the original Superman movies, and oh my god, this movie is just too much, dude. It really is. Karen Allen from Raiders of the Lost Ark fame. John Glover's really good as the evil Bryce Cummings trying to steal his job. John Forsythe is his old boss. He's not the ghost of Christmas past. He's the guy that starts his journey with the ghosts. Right?
Yeah, he's the
he
one
comes in
that
and warns him. Look, you need to change your ways, motherfucker.
Because Scrooge's old business partner did that in the original movies and stuff. So.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Bobcat Goldthwait, he's an executive that
Carol, like I said,
Lieutenant-
all-star cast on here.
Oh my
Robert
god.
John
Carol
Glover.
Kane is my favorite of the ghosts.
He slips into the face.
Oh man, don't yeah.
And
Oh, bitch hit me with a toaster.
you see John Glover, I think of Gremlins 2. That's
Yep.
just
Mm-hmm.
what comes to mind.
Yeah, he's in Gremlins also. David Johansen, who is known more for his music than acting. He's the Ghost of Christmas Past. Robert Mitchum, the old the stalwart of Hollywood from the 50s and 60s. It's an old man in this movie, but he's Scrooge's or Bill Murray's boss. Frank Cross is the character's name. But yeah,
and David Johansen is the guy that sang the song, "Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot."
Yep. Yeah,
as
absolutely.
Buster Poindexter. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. It's such a great movie. You've got to watch this year, Knock, and give us a review.
Yeah.
Either next week or in the new year, because you will dig this flick, man. It is fantastic. It really is. It's my favorite version of A Christmas Carol. It really is. It's fantastic, man. Okay, Matt, what you got for us, man?
Well, I'm going to go
like
cliche and just Christmas Vacation.
Christmas
good,
Vacation.
good.
Okay,
Good.
there you go. Ain't
It's
nothing wrong with that.
Some movies that you like as a kid that are comedies, when you get older, you're like, that wasn't as funny as I remembered it. Well, Christmas Vacation holds up.
Yes, it does.
I mean, there's just all sorts of little gems in there that you don't notice, until you have subsequent viewings. One weird thing that I just found, I was Googling Christmas movies just to try to see if I could find any other ones that I wanted to nominate. And according to Google, Eyes Wide Shut is a Christmas movie.
Oh, they can go fuck right off.
Eyes Wide Shut?
No, bruh.
I've only seen that movie once. I don't remember that
I've seen it like
having
3
anything to do
times.
with Christmas.
I've seen it like 3 times. No, it has nothing
Secret
to do with
societies putting masquerade masks on and banging each other. No, I don't know. I don't know. Not sure.
It almost makes you think of that guy that had the island that died in prison.
Oh
Yeah.
well, you know,
And
hey,
Eyes Wide Shut's almost in that
Well,
madness right
I
there.
don't know
hello,
what guy
it's
you're
damn near in
talking
that
about,
wheelhouse.
Matt.
Yeah.
I was thinking more Bohemian Grove myself, but
Well, yeah,
you know,
Bohemian Grove.
It's all
Well,
connected.
yeah, it's all
don't
connected.
say those words,
That's,
Joe. Because
I can say those words all I want.
I'm just
I'm not
telling you.
monetized, bro.
Oh
I
yeah,
can say those words all
If
I
you
want.
say those words, Alex Jones will appear in your chat.
He
Yeah.
will appear magically in my chat.
Dude, we got
Oh,
Alex
no.
Jones right in both our channels, Joe. What's up?
But yeah, Christmas Vacation. I like all the vacation movies with Chevy Chase in them. I think they're awesome. I really do. I love the light war and everything.
I mean,
it's pretty
there's
funny. Oh my
there's
God!
like a line in there
And
where
there you go. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
where Cousin Eddie, Chevy Chase says, Clark says something stupid, and Cousin Eddie, seriously goes, "Are you serious, Clark?" Like just the little lines like that, little one-liners.
Yes,
They make it.
Yeah, they do. The movie's bizarrely funny, man. Ever since the first one, but Christmas Vacation, I'd say that's the best one since the first one. I would say.
So the aunt that was in there that had like the little hat.
Yeah.
That was, I think she was the oldest cast member. She voiced like Betty Boop, and there was an Olive Oil and all that kind of stuff going back 50
Really?
years,
In the
like 50 years
cartoons?
prior to that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, that's like the woman that was in Enchanted, but she didn't want to do it, so she said, "I don't want to be Snow White like the original voice actor." She goes, "I want to be an old cranky granny or something. I don't want to be like a Disney princess or something." She was kind of grumpy and Enchanted, like.
Yeah.
But Jed, the original Snow White, it was weird.
Yeah, I know.
Weird,
I know,
weird.
weird.
Hey, man, her movie's doing good. So hey.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, that's a good one, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the one that nobody's brought up yet, but everybody knows. The argument goes on to this day,
Yeah.
but I can tell you right now, without provocation, that this is no doubt a Christmas movie, and it's Die
Yes, it
Hard,
is.
boys and girls.
Yes, it is.
Die Hard is one of the best ones. It's number 2 on my list. Scrooge is number 1. Scrooge is the one I watch every Christmas. I show it to the clients at work and all that stuff. I think I may have to do a double feature this weekend. On a Friday, I'll show them Die Hard, and then on a Saturday, I'll show them Scrooged. So
Yeah.
I know that's one tower, but does it bother anybody else that the way that's shaded in the middle? It always reminds me.
Right,
of
it
something
looks
else.
like the Twin Towers, doesn't
yeah.
it? And it's got explosions up top. Yeah,
Right.
that visual isn't doing good as time goes by.
Did not age well.
No, it has not aged well. But I remember that poster. And boy, I remember that movie when I went and saw it the first time. It blew me away, man. This was 1988. I was 2 years removed from the Army, and wow, I was bartending at that time, and just blew us away, man. It was a fantastic movie. I went and saw this several times in the theater. Of course, I'm a big fan of the director. He went on to make The Hunt for Red October, another movie that's in my top 5 of all time. I love that movie too. E. Clay Thomas says, "Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho." And that's the argument I always make whenever people start saying, "Is it a Christmas movie?" I'm like, "Yes, it is, man." And go ahead.
And this may be an exaggeration. Every 90s action movie you saw was built off Die Hard.
Was built off of that template. Yes, it was. A single guy trying to take on an army, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And it still goes to this day. I mean, what was Gerard Butler's franchise that he started, the Olympus Has Fallen or something like that? It was the presidency and everything. That was actually filmed right across the railroad tracks from where I live.
Cool.
Right outside the what's now the Brookshire's Grocery Arena. They set up a false front for the White House out there, and they were filming every day. Cool. Yeah.
And
cool.
there is a fake Oval Office across the street from the White House. Did you know that? There's a TV studio.
No, I did not.
Yes, there's a Oval Office TV studio where they sometimes will film speeches and such that you think are coming from the Oval Office. I think it's been around for, I don't know, 5 or 10 years.
Wow. I wonder
yeah.
if they film there, if they think it's going to be controversial or something like that.
I think it has better lighting. I think it's easier for a certain older person to see a teleprompter there than in the
Really?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, I find it weird.
It's weird.
Weird.
It's weird.
Weird.
It's
It's
weird.
weird.
If you're filming in the Oval Office, film in the Oval Office.
Film
How about
in
that?
Oval Office, man. Come
Or
on.
do you mean don't build sets like everybody does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love Die Hard. I watch it every Christmas. It is not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from the Nakatomi Tower. That's just all there is to it. You know that. You know that for sure. Any other movies you guys want to touch base on here in the Christmas portion of things?
Let me. I have.
I mean, Tim Allen, Santa Claus was always fun.
Okay.
The first one.
See, I don't think I've ever seen that. Now, it goes on the premise, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that Santa Claus is actually he's actually a regular guy that's chosen to be Santa Claus. Is that what it is? I don't really know.
He passes it on. Yeah,
he passes it on.
He was chosen. Yeah.
Yeah, he was chosen.
Okay, that is not it because it says Dudley Moore. I know that's not.
And
right.
it gave every man the excuse to get fat and hairy during the holidays.
You're right.
Yep.
Now, hang on. Since we're on the Santa Claus, let me make sure I got the right one. Tim Allen, Santa Clauses. No, the Santa Claus, 1994. Tim Allen. Here we go. Yes.
Yeah, I have another one after that.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's a good
Look
movie.
at this fucking poster.
I
Jesus
love it.
Christ. Hang on. Let me refresh the page. Wait, look at that thing.
Yeah, that was okay. I remember when this came out. This was on the bus stops and everything everywhere. I remember this. So it was hilarious. I was like, oh God, Tim Allen in a Santa Claus movie. This is gonna be
Yeah. So tell me the premise of this now. Was that Santa Claus dying or something? Falling off the roof?
He falls off the roof and then he kind of takes his jacket or whatever and he ends up just essentially growing into Santa.
Well, see, there's a thing called the Santa Claus. It's like a clause in a contract.
Okay.
Basically. So when the old Santa Claus dies, whoever puts on the jacket, the clause in the contract says, if you put on the jacket, you automatically become the next Santa Claus.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cool premise. I never got around to seeing this. I love Judge Reinhold. I'm actually, speaking of him, I'm actually looking forward to Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
I saw the preview because it was the preview just came up on Netflix the other day.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, this doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And it's gonna have the original.
Yeah, they're all in it. Yeah,
they're all in the movie. I was worried because they didn't show it until like the very last.
They're not young. They're not young.
Yeah, no, they're not. Nobody's young in it. Eddie looks the best out of all three of them.
Yeah. But the Santa Claus, I may have to sit down and watch this one. I tell you what, I'll watch it and give you my review of it there, Knock. And you can give us the Scrooged one whenever you get around to doing it.
Okay, I have another one.
But I've always wanted to see it. And hang on real quick, Jed, before you go to that one, because I had a question about this one too. The Fat Man with Mel Gibson is a good follow-up to Die Hard. Has anybody seen The Fat Man? I hear it's good.
I hear it's good.
Yeah, I hear it's a good movie. I may have to sit down and watch that one this year, man. The Fat Man, it goes off the premise that he's going to take on hitmen or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what the whole premise was, but I remember. I think we watched the trailer on here. I'm not sure if we did or not, but yeah, The Fat Man looks like it'll be good. Okay, Jed, what were you?
Okay, Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Probably my least favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Because it has Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I love that movie.
Dude, that movie's awesome.
Are you saying it can't be worse than Junior?
No, right? It's Junior's worse. So
absolute craziness this movie is right here.
Oh, dude, I love the startup where they try to get the balls and they go and it's a whole on like UFC fight to get these balls. This part right here.
But it definitely has got some of the best comedians you'll ever see. It's got
Sinbad.
Got Sinbad and the guy that got murdered by his wife later on.
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman, who was a gem. We
Yeah, he
lost
was.
him way too early, man. Funny dude.
This movie is like gold.
Is that River Phoenix?
No, that's Anakin. That's little Anakin.
That's little Anakin from Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
That's Jake
All right.
Lloyd.
He looks a lot like River Phoenix as a kid.
Yeah, that's
man.
Jake Lloyd.
Yeah. Okay.
So he played it as his dad, and dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger actually punches a reindeer in this movie. Like he goes, "Oh, you would." It knocks them out.
Yeah, you know what? I've never seen Jingle All the Way, but you know what that must be a callback to? That must be a callback to Conan, where he punched a camel in the face.
Yes,
he knocked out a camel. Yeah,
yeah. It like Jingle All the Way is awesome. I love this.
Yep.
I've
watched it like once. You know,
I love it.
I'm not.
So,
I'm more a Conan guy myself when it comes to Arnold. But he did make some funny movies. He did make some funny movies.
Kindergarten Cop. I watched a million times.
Kindergarten Cop was great. Twins, I loved. I thought Twins was fantastic. You know, he really leaned into that one. I thought that was great. You know, it's not that I don't like his comedy. I just wasn't into that one too much. But that's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
I have another one if you want another one.
Okay, give me another one, Jed.
Gremlins.
Oh yeah, that is a Christmas movie, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, I'm bringing up all the movies I brought up last week, so
right, yeah. Well, we did start a little early last week, you know.
And we didn't get to talk that much last week about the movies. So.
No.
Just remember, do not feed Jed after midnight.
That's it. Don't feed
Jed. Oh, yeah,
because
they multiply and turn into...
You couldn't make Kindergarten Cop today. No, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't.
Boys have a... Girls have a vagina. Boys have a penis.
Gremlins, man. Don't feed them after midnight, and don't let them get wet. Oh, my God. Wow. How crazy is this movie? But it's got one of the hottest females to ever grace a movie screen.
Yeah.
There she is, Phoebe Cates. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, she's gorgeous.
So,
basically... And this one, there is no debate. This is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Because it is it's a Christmas gift that this guy is given.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was going to say. Yeah. Billy, it literally, he gets, for Billy's Christmas, he gets him Gizmo. He goes to the shop for people that have, I know there are some people that have never seen this, which is
give me a break. If you haven't seen it by now, spoiler alert, we're going to talk about the story.
Yeah, so this is like, okay, this came out in 1984, so this is like a 35-year-old movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's
been around a long time.
If you guys want to feel old, real quick,
it's coming up on 40 years.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
It's Wonderful Life was 38 years before this.
Yes.
And it's now been 39 years since this came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to the premiere the day of this came out in the movie theater. Yeah. So I was in the movie seat the day this came out, and I was just a kid still.
84. Yeah. I was
still a kid. Yeah.
I was in the Army when this came out, dude.
So I
saw it on Fort Hood. That's where I saw it.
I was 5 in 80, so I was like 6, 7, maybe 8. I don't know.
Saw it on Fort Hood, Texas.
Yeah, and I saw this at the Cine Capri, which is no longer there. Mm-hmm. And here in Phoenix, it's gone. They moved it to someplace else.
But the director, Joe Dante, is more known for his horror movies. But he's
also known for Benji too.
Yeah. But
you could argue Gremlins, one of the categories you could put it in as horror. I mean,
you could. You could put it in there. It you know what? Since we mentioned that, it really. I don't know why. Probably because there's a movie theater scene and they multiply and everything. It always made me think of The Blob. You know what I mean? I don't know why that is, but there's definite parallels there between that movie and this one. Freaking Gremlins, man, too much, dude.
It was just
Not to be confused with the Gremlin at the beginning of the Twilight Zone movie. Now, that guy was doing some serious damage right there. That's if you have never seen that, the first story in the Twilight Zone movie, it's got John Lithgow, and he's the one that sees the man on the wing of the plane, right?
Which I think that was a remake of William
Shatner's episode. Yep. Mm-hmm, absolutely. Clay says, I never knew this, but Tom from Midnight's Edge was saying that the Mogwai and Gremlins are actually
True.
aliens from another planet, but it was taken out of the script.
Yes, because
well, that's not surprising.
Yeah, me and Tom talked about this, and I said, "Hey, Tom, I don't know if." Oh, yeah, go ahead. But that one.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
But to me and Tom, I was like, "Hey, Tom, I saw an original script one time, and one of the drafts, and I said, did you know that the Gremlins are actually from another planet?" He goes, "Yes, I probably saw the same script you did." And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Holy crap, you know!" I was like, "Nope, not that many people know about this."
Tom is an
cool, man.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, like
he
me
is. He's
and
a
Tom,
human
like
encyclopedia.
me and Tom get along with that because we know a lot of the stuff that other people don't know.
And he's got a lot. Look, he's got like 50 copies of every movie because every time they re-release it, he buys it. It's ridiculous, man. He's got every piece of media they put out on these flicks.
And Tom's awesome. So if you guys go fit in and follow Tom from Midnight's Edge over there, he's awesome. You guys will learn so much.
Oh yeah.
And he has a lot of background information that's not common knowledge.
Let me get Midnight's Edge and I'll put it up in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead. Put it in the private chat so I can put it up in the regular one.
I got mine.
Okay. Yeah, well, you can put it up in your chat. I'd like to put it up in mine too.
Okay, go put it in yours.
Yeah. So there. Okay. So, all right. I did this is kind of a lead into next week's show, but I wanted to do a Christmas list of things that, and I'm going to do this with my brother tomorrow night, things we'd like to see, and me personally, on my Christmas list is let Dune 2 be good. Let it be good. I want that movie to be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, man.
There. I put it in the private chat so you can put it in yourself.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, bro.
But yeah, man, definitely follow Tom. He is crazy good.
Yep.
No doubt
Midnight's
about
Edge
that.
and Midnight's Edge After Dark. So
that's right.
I'm going to get the.
I personally like what's it? Toxic Femininity. That show he does with Nina Infinity and a couple of the other girls.
Monday nights.
Yep. Monday nights.
It's
right
awesome,
before the meltdown. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Let me go put this over on my channel, and then I put it there so you can do both of them, Joe.
I did. Okay. So, what do you guys want from Santa in the future? And when it comes to pop culture, what do you want from Santa?
Well, there's one thing I was kind of kicking around in my mind this week, and I know some of y'all, don't like it, but I would like a Home Alone where Macaulay Culkin is the dad.
Yeah, I've said I would love to see a Home Alone. I said this too. I said this to somebody last week. I said I would love to see a Home Alone, like Matt just said, where Macaulay Culkin is the parent. But here we go. Here's the twist on it. He leaves for a little bit and finds out his son is in the same situation he is in, and he helps his son.
Okay.
How awesome would that be?
He could help him through, by calling him or doing, a Zoom call or whatever. Yeah, he helps him remotely.
Yeah, you don't want to spoil the premise because at first he was alone, but you could help him over the phone or a computer and go, "Hey, Dad, I don't know what to do." He goes, "This is what I did when I was when I was little." You go about it. He goes, "I gotta go. They're coming." You know what I'm saying? Where
So
he helps.
what is there a scene at the end of the movie where he's sitting there at the porch with his son and the bad guys are going in the back of a police car and that's the heartwarming ending? I don't know. I'm not digging this movie at all.
or a Home Alone where Macaulay Culkin is the thief.
Yes. What if Macaulay Culkin is the thief and he turned evil? He turned evil and he finds out that the house he is robbing is his son's house.
Clay Thomas says she's too creepy looking now to play a leading dad. So we know what he thinks of it. That's crazy, man. I am not a fan of that movie. It's completely.
Well, Joe, there's always Elf.
Oh, I'm not a fan of Elf either.
Sorry.
I'm just not. I'm not a fan of Elf.
And
No.
let me see.
No, thank you.
And I don't like Elf. Elf is one of those where you like it or you don't like it. There's
Yeah.
not an
Yeah.
in between.
There is no in between.
And okay, and I will say this because this is a movie I watched. Was it 2-3 weeks ago? A Violent Night.
Violent
It's-
Night?
Yes, pull that up.
And there were actually several of those.
Yeah. Well, you hear it. Yeah, get the one with the guy from Stranger Things.
I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. There are several. I think it's called Silent Night, Deadly Night, or
Yeah.
or
Yeah. You're
that's
right.
what I'm thinking of. These are from the 80s and 90s. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
I really liked it. It was, and I heard they.
This
wanna
was
come out-
from last year, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
and it was Santa where he just gave up, and then this little girl comes along. He goes, because there's spoilers, but he had to go help a little girl, and he
Yeah.
steps in to save the day. He goes back on the hero's journey of becoming Santa again. Yeah,
I saw the
literally-
premise. I saw the preview
Yeah.
for this, and it looked pretty
Yeah.
good, man. It did.
It was really good, and I was like, I will say this: they do homage to a lot of the Christmas movies in this movie.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
So
John Leguizamo's in it. I did see that. He's one of the bad guys,
dude,
right?
he
Yeah.
plays such a good bad guy
Oh yeah.
in this
Well,
movie.
dude, if you've ever seen Spawn, you know that guy might
Yeah,
be an
I was
idiot in
just
real
like-
life,
I was
but
like,
he's a good actor, man.
he's like, who are you, the Scrooge? He goes, fuck, I am the fucking Scrooge. Like,
Right? Mhm.
He also plays a great midget in Moulin Rouge.
he does. He does.
Moulin Rouge is the only musical that I like that I've ever seen in my life.
I love Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge is
Moulin
awesome.
Rouge is a good movie. My wife didn't like it because she didn't like the fact that they didn't have original music in it. I said that's the point,
That was the
Rhonda,
whole point.
was that they used pop music
Yeah.
to
And
tell
they-
a story. That was the whole point of that.
Sort of like a
movie.
Knight's Tale. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Knight's Tale is awesome. I love that movie. Moulin Rouge and Knight's
and she
Tale.
just didn't get it. I'm like, come on, man. Especially when they sang Roxanne, Police's Roxanne.
And
I
they
was
did
like,
it in
man,
the
that is a
weird,
great song for this flick.
the
you
way
know?
they did it, it was just like, oh wow, you get.
And like I
chills.
said, normally I hate those movies, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moulin Rouge, I enjoyed it.
I didn't like it very much. The tone of the movie was too erratic. Which
He's probably talking about Violent Night.
Violent Night? Okay.
Oh yeah.
And Vinzinger says, plus John Leguizamo is an actual bad guy in person, which explains why he's good at playing bad guys. Dude, if you guys have never seen
Yeah.
Spawn, he is a total maniac in that movie.
Dude,
man,
and
playing the
yeah,
clown.
it's just
The
like,
Violator. Yes.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
awesome.
He
man.
was such an excellent bad guy in this movie.
Yep.
And,
I'm
like,
sure
I
he
was-
is.
It was
Sure he
just
is.
like,
Look, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but my favorite John Leguizamo movie is friggin' Tu Wong Fu. That movie is off the chain right there. I went and saw it with my wife at the time, and kind of got drugged to it, and I laughed my ass off because those guys really went the whole 9 yards with the whole thing. They really they didn't half step it in that movie at all, you know. And it was
Now,
great, dude.
He has
It
been
was really good.
in some bad ones though. He's been in some stinkers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he is.
oh,
Yeah.
and I will say this: there's another movie that had a remake that was I like too. Miracle on 34th Street. I love both. I love.
Well, that's been remade a bunch of times.
No,
Yeah.
twice.
Well,
There was.
Hallmark Channel would disagree with that, but
oh fuck
yeah.
Hallmark! They don't care, you know. Yeah.
That's
Hallmark's
talking about like major theatrical releases.
Okay.
the major,
gotcha,
the good one, the remake. They did one and gave it. They almost did shot for shot of the first original movie, but they just updated it to like modern. It was shot for shot, the script and everything else. It was really good. I actually like it.
Miracle
But they
on
just
34th Street.
you couldn't say some of the stuff. They added the script to like today. Like what is it? What year it came out? I'm looking at it right now. So it came out in
Hang on, I'll pull it up.
1994. Came
I'll
out in
pull it up.
1994.
You talking about
That-
the original or the remake?
The remake came out in 1994. The original came out in I have it right here. Where is it? The remake came out in 1947. So that's
1947 is the original. Yeah.
yeah. So that I love both of them. You know.
Yeah. The mom in the original was hot.
Yeah, that was Maureen
Maureen O'Hara? I guess
Dude,
so.
Dude, you know
I
she
guess.
knew. Okay, Maureen O'Hara knew my great aunt that was Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So, Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies was my great aunt.
I did not know there was an actor named John Payne. I'm sure he
That
had to
was
tell
the-
people.
Right?
That was
That
the
almost
guy.
confused the shit out of me. I was like, wait a minute, John Wayne was not in
Well,
that movie.
Because
No.
Maureen O'Hara and John Wayne did, I think, at least 2 or 3 pictures together.
Right.
Yeah, that was
that's
the
what-
guy that was the really nice guy that had the apartment across the street, and the little girl was trying to get her mom with him. That's who he was.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Well, like you said, there was a remake of it, and that
Yeah.
one, let's see.
yeah.
Let me punch it in here.
When
Again
it
real
put
quick.
it was
1994.
Yeah, 1994.
Now, let's see who was in the second one.
I think the
Let's go
original one
on.
had a young Natalie Wood in it.
Yeah, it did. That
I
was
love
one
how
of
we
her-
were talking about the Christmas list, and now we're back to Christmas movies. This is fun.
Right, full circle.
Okay, let's see. Yes.
And
it
they
is
kind of I'm like, I don't like sequels because they fuck it up. I approve of this one.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they got a really good actor playing the.
yeah, Santa. They
a
had
guy,
Richard Attenborough
yeah.
playing Santa Claus, and I was like, okay, I'm in.
Richard
Like,
Attenborough, the guy from
yeah.
Jurassic Park. A lot of people know him from that.
Yeah. So-
Elizabeth Perkins, Dylan McDermott's in it. Wow.
Yeah.
I've always liked him.
he's
JT
the
Walsh
guy,
is-
yeah.
JT Walsh must play a fucking jerk in this because he's,
He's
perfect at it.
He's
Yeah.
the guy that was the competition to Macy's.
James
that guy?
Remar.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Dude, they put people good. This was actually a good remake. Jane Reeves was one of the bitches.
William Wyndham is in this
Yeah.
movie. Good lord,
Yep.
man.
If you wanted a jerk in the 90s, JT Walsh was your man.
Yeah, he was your man.
My favorite William Wyndham movie is 16 Candles. He plays the grandfather of one of the.
Um, well, you mentioned 16 Candles. John Hughes produced this movie.
Did he? Oh my God! Wow. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Which probably explains why it's good.
This probably explains why he's in the movie too, because those guys, they like to use the same actors in a lot of their stuff. So.
Oh yeah, well,
that's
like
good.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Those two movies have like 6 of the same actors in them.
Yes, absolutely. And John Hughes. I mean,
Yeah.
John Hughes. We could do a whole show on just John Hughes.
Oh yeah,
movies,
you
man.
could.
Yeah, that's
Good
2
lord.
hours right there.
That is 2 hours right there. We'll have to have a John Hughes marathon one of these days. But John Hughes, man, you oh wait,
Mm.
yeah, you may have never seen a John Hughes movie.
Dude, has Knox seen
It's
any
not-
of
It's
them?
the
trolling.
80s
Not
and
just
90s.
trolling.
Is he trolling? He's got to
I
be.
think- I hope
He-
so.
Knock, you never-
No, he may not be.
I
He
might,
may not
I
be.
may not. I may have seen him. I don't know the name to the face.
Okay, here we go. You ready? 16 Candles was the first one of note, really.
Yeah.
16
seen it.
Candles, The Breakfast Club.
That was like
Never saw it.
huge.
That's peak John Hughes right
That's-
there.
yeah.
What did you say, Knock? Did you say you seen it?
No.
No? Oh my God, dude. Let me think. God, guys, help me out. There's so many. Good
I
lord.
keep forgetting that Knox like 10 years younger than me.
Yeah, he is.
yeah,
He's-
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
No.
I love educating younger folks on some of the great shit. Really,
Well,
John.
that's the reason why I created the Archivist to
Yep.
educate people, younger people, about.
So now on
things
my Christmas
past.
list, boys and girls, is to get
Yeah, because younger people like to listen to old people.
right.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
how
our
you
favorite
learn, dude.
pastime.
yeah, it's your favorite pastime. Well, one thing's for sure. Check it out, Knock. He looks like you with glasses, dude.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Hang on. I'm not kidding. He does look like you. That's him on the left,
Yeah.
sitting in the director's chair there. But yeah, he did Home Alone, right?
Yeah, he did.
Let's see. Planes,
Planes,
Trains, and
Trains-
Automobile. Weird Science.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. Yeah, I forgot about
Like-
that one. He did 2 of John Candy's best movies.
Yeah, 2 of his best movies he did.
But if you look down the list here, Home
Yeah,
Sweet
he
Home,
did some stinkers too. So
the remake of Vacation. God, man,
he
come
did
on
Drill
now.
Bit Taylor, which is funny. Beethoven, he did Beethoven.
Yeah, Beethoven was decent.
He did work on one.
Now,
Wonderful World
he
Disney.
passed away about 15. It's been at least 15 years. Well, I think
Yeah.
it was maybe
It's been a
2009,
while.
2008.
Mhm.
So some of that stuff that came after is he
Based
wasn't
on his
directly
movies.
involved.
Yeah. hmm it's probably his production company. But Made in Manhattan, that's one with J-Lo. Let's see. Wasn't that Ray Fiennes too? I think is in that movie.
I think so.
Yeah, he's the rich guy in it. I think it's kind of a different take on Cinderella. That's what it is basically.
I've seen that one.
Let's see. Let's keep going. Home Alone 3, Flubber. Good
Which is a
lord, he
remake.
did Flubber. Yeah, that's a remake of a Disney
Yeah,
classic.
actually, and Robin Williams was in that.
Dennis the Menace. Yeah, Beethoven was good. Uncle Buck. Here we go. We're getting into the bunch of it here. Curly Sue, Dutch.
Curly Sue wasn't that bad.
National
Career- hey,
Lampoon's
career
Christmas
oppor-
Vacation. That's him, right? He
Career
wrote it.
opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Uncle
telling
Buck, The Great Outdoors. Oh, I forgot about that one. Good lord. She's Having a Baby. That's one of his ones that didn't do well at the theater,
Yeah,
but that
didn't do well
that
at
is
all.
spot on, dude. The part that always fucking cracks me up is whenever she says I'm pregnant and you see him strapped in a fucking straitjacket and he's in like one of those rocket sleds heading straight towards a concrete wall. He's like, ah!
Yeah, he's
He's
fucked.
trying to contain his fucking fear. It's ridiculous.
He did Some
man.
Kind of Wonderful too.
Oh yeah,
Pretty in Pink.
Now listen, this is one of my favorite John Hughes movies. Some Kind of Wonderful. A lot of people don't remember this movie, but what this is this movie ends the way Pretty in Pink was supposed to end. Molly Ringwald's diva ass wanted to get with the rich guy at the end of it and had him change it. And this right here, Some Kind of Wonderful, is the movie he intended to make when he made Pretty in Pink. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but it's
I didn't
true.
know that.
But yeah, Some Kind of Wonderful. Look, Leah Thompson, the mom from Back to the Future, when she was young, I was in love with that chick.
Hey, all the right moves.
All the right moves, baby. Yes, absolutely. The Tom Cruise high school football movie. She is gorgeous from head to toe. I got to tell you, and you find out in that movie, no doubt. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That is every schoolboy's fantasy right there. I always told my mother if I'd have seen this movie when I was in high school, I probably wouldn't have graduated. You know what I mean?
And there's no other movie quite like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No, there isn't.
It's its own thing.
It's a tutorial on how to skip school, man. It's great. It's awesome. Weird Science, of course, Anthony Michael Hall. That's the first movie you actually noticed that Anthony Michael Hall is turning into a big dude. When we saw him in 16 Candles, he was a runt, and he ended up becoming a huge dude when he grew up.
And then he went in Pretty in Pink.
Yep,
too.
Pretty in Pink.
And
he wasn't in Pretty in Pink. No, he wasn't.
Wait, I thought he was. Oh, that was the Ducky.
I think he did SNL right after Weird Science.
Yeah, and then he did Breakfast Club. In 16 Candles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, his
Mr. Mom was
filmography.
good.
We'll do a show on John Hughes.
John Hughes,
and
that would be awesome.
We'll give you a list of them to watch, Knock, because this guy is one of the greatest American filmmakers ever.
It was a
really
12-year run of everything was a hit.
Everything was a hit, one after another. Yeah. And what's funny is a lot of people think Fast Times at Ridgemont High is a John Hughes movie, and it's not. But, it's the same kind of genre. It's all about growing up in school, and stuff like that. And some of it, the young adult movie, She's Having a Baby, it's really good. It's about it's about what your life's going to be in the future, man. Watch that movie. It's pretty good. It's really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could definitely talk John Hughes all night. Yeah. But is there anything else you guys want from Santa as far as pop culture goes? I mean, my number one thing is I want Santa to fix the MCU because I love it so much.
Well, I would love Doctor Who to go back to being about a guy in a police box, but we know that shit ain't ever gonna happen. Going on adventures of a guy in the police box. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Jed, I think you just want. I think you mean you just want a guy.
No.
You may be right, E. Clay. That might have been his first big hit. Was National Lampoon's Vacation movie, because Anthony Michael Hall's in that one too. He's the son in that one, and that was before 16 Candles. So you're right. That's probably the first big hit he had.
He wrote a short story called Vacation 58 from when he was basically reflecting back when he was a kid in 1958.
Right.
It was in the National Lampoon magazine,
mm-hmm.
and that spearheaded the Vacation movie that came out like a couple years
Now,
later.
what college is it that puts out National Lampoon magazine? I forgot which one it is.
I don't know. There were a lot of them that came from one of the Ivy League schools.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, PJ O'Rourke wrote for them. There was a
Mhm.
lot of really smart guys that wrote for them back in the 70s.
Yeah. But my favorite National Lampoon movie, though, is Animal House. Bar none. That is the best Lampoon movie ever. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love Van Wilder because, because of our boy Deadpool there.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. But, dude, nothing matches that crew from fucking Delta Telkai. I'm sorry, man. That's the bomb. Right down to Doomsday, the guy that gets everything done behind the scenes. I mean, dude, that movie's off the chain.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, did we quit when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Oh,
Hell
fuck
no.
no.
And it ain't over now. Germans?
It's like,
Get
oh
it-
no, you just
get
woke
it
us the
rolling.
fuck up, bro.
Oh man, too much. That movie is so fucking great. And I was a big fan of Belushi, though. You know, I was a huge fan of Belushi. And if you've never read the book Wired, it was written by I think it was Woodward from Woodward and Bernstein wrote that book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the life story of John Williams. And I didn't know this, but John knew he had a problem, and he was trying to fix it. He became real good friends. Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Bill Superfoot Wallace? He was a kickboxer back in the day.
Yeah, he was.
He used to do a lot of commercials for, like, just because he was a kickboxer, he did the athlete's foot powder commercials and shit, But anyway, he was good friends with John. He trained with him, trying to lose weight and stuff. And basically, John hired him to hang out with him and stop him from doing the shit he was doing. And when they found him in that bungalow dead, Bill Superfoot Wallace showed up, and the cops had to restrain him. He was so fucking upset. He was fighting with him. It was pretty bad.
It was with Belushi. She was the inspiration for a song that I think that had already come out by Gordon Lightfoot called Sundown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And same chick. I think it may have been Gordon Lightfoot and her may have had a falling out.
Mm-hmm.
That may have been what that song was about. Anyway, she was with Belushi the night he died.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stay away from that chick.
Yeah, yeah, she's Venom, right? Yeah. She's poison.
Poison. Put poison.
So, anything else you want off the Christmas list, guys?
I want a new Xbox. I want one of the new Xbox X's so I can go play all the new games and stuff.
All the new games. Okay, man. But I like what you were saying about the Doctor. That would be cool.
Yeah, dude. That was okay. Star Trek and Doctor Who were my first two things into science fiction, so they're near and dear and hard to me. Yeah. And both of them got fucked up.
Yeah.
Along with Star Wars. Star Wars was third.
Well, everything here lately has had its turn at getting screwed. Hopefully, it'll turn around. We can keep hope alive.
Well, I'm going to be positive because in that third season of Picard, they actually did what you're supposed to do. They turned it around in third season of Picard, and I was happy about that.
There's been some bright spots. There
was a bright spot in that third season.
Yep. Knock, what do you want Santa Claus to bring us in pop culture in the near future?
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if Santa brought me a new sequel trilogy. That completely erases
that completely. Notice he said completely erases.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think every Star Wars fan would love to see that.
My Star Wars wish list would be that we have a movie where I've been just kind of brainstorming this past couple minutes, where Luke Skywalker has an unknown bastard son who, in an X-wing, fires two proton torpedoes down Lizzo's exhaust port and blows her up.
Bro.
Who was it called her the Death Star the other day? Who was that?
I
saw a video where they called her that. I can't remember.
I
what it
actually
was.
said that one time as a joke. I was like,
Oh
look,
my God.
she's so big, she looked like the Death
The
Star.
Death Star is in firing range.
The criteria for putting her in the Mandalorian episode was that her and Jack Black were quote unquote big Star Wars fans on social media. That was the criteria for them putting those two actors in that episode.
I can understand Jack Black. He's been in a lot of movies, but Lizzo,
neither one of them,
come on,
belong in Star Wars. But
no, they don't. Well, when it comes to Star Wars knock, I did see a tweet today. Somebody was asking, and it's one I follow several, just nothing but Star Wars accounts, not just Star Wars Theory, but a couple of the other ones. And one of them was asking, would you like to see a movie about a rogue clan of Jedi that are operating behind the scenes, trying to fix everything, that kind of thing. And I was like, hell yeah, I'd love to see some shit like that. Anything that has to do with the Jedi Knights, I'd love to see, because that's my favorite part of Star Wars. But yeah, this. First of all, you're not going to see one that's going to retcon it because they've already said they're going to make a Rey movie. But what I'm hoping is the pendulum we know has been swinging back. Their studio's in trouble. We chronicled that at the beginning of the show. Eventually, they're going to want to make money again. And they know how to do it. They just need to get to it. Let's hope they start picking up the pens and making some better stuff because it's all about the stories. You can have all the cool special effects and stuff you want, but if the story is not good at its core, you just you're spinning your wheels.
Well, I blame Ryan Johnson more so than J.J. Abrams. J.J. knows how to make money, okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if the second movie, The Last Jedi, had not effed up with the lore of the first movie, then the third movie would have made about $500 million more than it made.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. Yes. Yeah. And I mean, I understand the hate for Ryan Johnson. I like some of the stuff he's done. But Last Jedi, it's got good parts and bad parts to it. The way Luke went out was kind of goofy to me. We got a new force power where we can project ourselves across the universe. Okay. This is like strange.
That third movie could not have been good because of what The Last Jedi did. There was no way to make the third movie good.
Yeah, he basically took the dynamite plunger, the Acme dynamite plunger, and went boom to what JJ set up in the first one.
Said, the third movie.
That was my favorite part about it. I mean,
you still should have had Matt Smith as a new villain in there as opposed to bringing Palpatine back. Because originally they were going to have a new villain.
Mm-hmm.
And they got gunshot.
Well, originally it was going to be Darth Maul, but
really,
that was George Lucas's idea, but that was before Disney bought it.
Yeah, and before Disney bought it, do you know who was going to come out when in the second Attack of the Clones?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jar Jar was going to come out as Darth Jar Jar, and I fucking hate that.
That's a joke.
That's not a
joke. It's always been a joke.
That's a joke.
Always been a joke.
That's not
true. I've seen proof.
You've seen fan.
No, I've actually seen proof from the person that played Jar Jar.
They played on that joke in an early Clone Wars episode where something happens where like a hood falls on Jar Jar, and like the hood comes down and he looks Sith-like.
Oh no, we don't have pictures of that, do we? Oh my God, no. No. Don't let it happen.
No.
It was one of those where it was kind of an inside joke thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was true. Because Lucas got so much flack from Jar Jar in the first movie, he changed the script and put Christopher Lee in that role.
I'm going to have to see some proof on that.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
At a minimum, they would have had more Jar Jar in Attack of the Clones in some capacity. Had the
right. He became. They threw his ass in the Senate and we never saw him again. So
what do you think that happened? There was plans for him to be the big bad of that trilogy.
Oof. No thanks.
No, it would have been awesome. I saw the plans.
I don't know.
I can't
I'm
think of
sorry. I don't
anything
believe
being
you.
awesome with Jar Jar in it. That's
Dude,
for sure.
awesome. Jar Jar was my boy. I liked him.
Okay, well you go, man. Dig you some Jar
Jar
Jar.
Jar was awesome.
Hey, go
I
for it,
will
man.
die on that fucking hill. Like,
Go for it, man. Go for it. All right, boys and girls, that's it for Christmas time here on State of the Atmosphere. Thanks for showing up tonight, guys. I appreciate you being here. Let's clue them into what's going on the channel. Oh, before I get started, though, anybody got anything to push? Jed, you're not coming back till the new year, right?
Oh yeah, no new Roadhouse until the beginning or either the first week or second week of the new year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get things together.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
all right.
have people to keep me in check, so
Okay. Sounds cool.
So we can get the articles and everything going, and so.
All
The only
right.
thing I may have,
Go ahead.
the only thing I might have, Dad Man Walking. He may do a college football playoff show sometime the next week or so.
Dad Man
Really?
Walking. Okay. All right. Cool.
You're going to send me that link.
Let me get his link real quick
Yeah.
so I can get that up. Dad Man Walking. I know him. He's always hanging out with Mark D with a C.
Yep.
Yes.
They play Fortnite together all the time.
I used to be in there. Yeah.
And he hangs out on Klobby's channel too sometimes, and I mainly see on his channel and Mark D with a C.
Mhm.
I've been on his channel a couple times, talking football this fall. So
Very cool.
Anyway,
Yep.
College football, which is my number one passion.
Yes, absolutely,
Even
man.
more than Star Wars.
Yep. Hang on. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. Let's see. Dad Man Walking. It's just Dad Man Walking, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
also his
There's
wife.
a Dad Man Walking 55.
I think that's correct. It's probably gonna have a banana.
Yeah, got it. It looks like
Banana.
looks like he's got part of a. Wow, I'm not subscribed to him.
It's half of a football, half of a banana.
At the Movies is the name of the shows he does.
That's a stream that he's. Oh, it looks like he's actually streaming right now. But
Really?
But anyway,
he's live right now. Yep.
But yeah, he streams almost every night.
So while we're at it, guys, when you leave here, go raid Dad Man Walking and check him out.
Because he's doing,
at
and
the Movies.
I used to do a lot of stuff with him too.
Yeah.
Before I just
I'm gonna sub him real quick, and then I'm gonna grab the link and throw it in the chat for you guys. Definitely go see him when it's all over here. Let's check in the chat one more time here, real quick. Eclay says, "I blame whoever signed off on Ryan Johnson writing the movie to start with." Yeah, well, that would be the execs at Disney, headed by she who shall not be named. Yeah.
Well, she was fired 5 years ago.
No. I don't want to hear her and fired in the same sentence again, ever. Quit teasing me with that bullshit. All right. Let me let you guys know what's going on with the channel. Of course, you're watching State of the Atmosphere. We do this every Wednesday night at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And then tomorrow night will be the Christmas show for the Brothers Hack the Matrix at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll have some headlines and stuff like we usually do, but we're also going to do our Christmas list, me and my brother. And that's at 6 p.m. Thursday nights. And then tomorrow night at 10, we're going to get into some jiggle physics. God, my tongue is not working. Jiggle physics tomorrow night on Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. Sinran Kagura is what we're going to play. It's an anime game that's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the old Dynasty Warriors where you take on hordes of chicks, but you beat the clothes off of them to knock them out. It's crazy, man. This game is nuts. Check it out tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, Friday, I'll be on Pop Culture Minefield with Morning Coffee with John as he plays Baldur's Gate. And that's at 10 a.m. Central Time on Friday. And Saturday, you can catch Sketching the Privateer, me working on my passion project as I do the pages of America's Pirate Patriot every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time in the afternoon. And then Sunday morning is NFL pregame party. We're going to be breaking down Week 16. We'll have a couple of Saturday games. We touched on them last week, and we'll cover the entire slate of games coming up on Sunday afternoon at 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday. And then Monday, The Park is Mine is the movie on Military Monday. and that's Morning Coffee with Gary over on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 10 a.m. Monday morning, and that's a good movie, guys. If you've never seen it, it was a made for HBO movie with Tommy Lee Jones in the title role, and he's a vet that takes over Central Park because he's pissed off at all the crime going on in the city. It's really good. You should check it out. And he was really young when he made that movie. And then, of course, that afternoon is usually It's Only Talk and Roll with Brian, that 70s rock fan.
Did he change yet so I can come over there for the Christmas show?
We did the Christmas show Monday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's done. He's fixing to have back surgery. I think he's done for the year, really.
Yeah.
But definitely go subscribe to his channel. And,
yeah, 70s
check out.
Is a good dude, too. And he also, when I can get him back over there, he's part of the Archivist on the Pop Culture Archivist channel with me. He's one of the original OGs of that channel.
There you go. So you want to go subscribe to him. And if you haven't watched our Christmas show about the Christmas songs, definitely want to go check that out. And that show is usually on at 4 p.m. Central Time on Mondays. And then Tuesday night, I'll be playing Fable 2, Video Games, Cocktails, and Fails, Papa Joe Gamer After Dark at 10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday. And Wednesday morning, it'll be more Uncharted with John on Pop Culture Minefields channel as he plays. And I don't know how much longer he's going to be doing that because it looks like he's going back to work pretty quick here.
Yeah,
so enjoy that as you can. 10 a.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then next week, your homework, guys, is to come up with of course, I'm going to have top 10s for the music, movies of the year, just box office wise and stuff like that. But come up with your favorite stuff for 2023, and we'll look at what our predictions for 2024 and the resolutions we want to have for the new year. And that's all next Wednesday on this show at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on next Wednesday. So for myself, Small Time Republic, Knock, and Jed, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas. That's right. We don't step around it around here.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if you don't make it next week. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. It was an echo fest. I forgot to turn off the sound again.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Merry Christmas, boys and girls. We'll see you
one job.
in a week. Yeah, one job. Just mute the media.
Streamer
Sounded okay to me.